We are here because of Record of Lodoss War.
Okay, my knowledge of Record of Lodoss War is very, very minor. I know it's like sword and sorcery, D&D.
It is literally someone's D&D campaign made into a series. Specifically made into a series of novels, which then were adapted into
like anime
and manga.
I know like the characters in it, but I don't know the particular story of anything of Lodoss War. Except the elf girl has her shoulder pads are really, really big.
Yes.
Like absurdly big.
Yes.
Like way too big.
Yes. Deedlit does in fact have the shoulder pads of a football player.
No, football players have smaller than that. Like, I don't even know how that woman like walks through.
All right,
doors.
Ginyu Force. She's got Ginyu Force shoulder pads. Now, thankfully, the game does kind of give you the quick backstory.
Okay.
Hey, look at that.
Except it's probably a human, not another elf.
That's true.
And elves live forever.
Parn is in fact a dude. He's just a regular dude. Deedlit. Lodoss War will always hold a very special place in my heart for being one of the first animes that I actually got to watch. I watched the OVA on a VHS from Blockbuster.
Some people, Blockbuster was a place that we would rent. The concept of renting also is probably very foreign to you people too.
I mean, I don't think all of our audience is that young. Maybe. You want to see some real shit though? Look at her walk cycle.
It's actually quite literally Alucard.
Yeah, it's the same walk cycle as Alucard.
This even sounds like Castlevania music. So, like, what was the plot of Lodoss War?
So basically, there was in the world that the series takes place in, two gods decided that they were going to have a good old-fashioned war between themselves. The god of light and the god of dark, or the god of order and the god of chaos. You know, mix and match.
Item get.
It is a Japanese game at the end of the day.
That's how you know it's Japanese when they say item get. A old friend, help me! I'm not your fucking friend, lady. So, two gods decide to...
They decided to have a great big war with each other, and in the end, the two gods ended up destroying each other. They grew so powerful that they actually, like, power collapsed, and the two of them died.
Right.
This was after the two of them were like, hey, I'm gonna unleash dragons on that guy, and the other guy was like, yeah, I'm gonna fight you back with dragons. Part! But the long and short of it is that...
Why did it get all Undertale-y? Carla like a friend?
Not really. Carla was the Grey Witch. She's one of the,
evil people?
Sort of.
Antagonist?
Sort of. It's really hard to define antagonists in Record of Lodoss War, for the most part. Everybody...
The not hero.
Yeah, she's not one of the main 6 heroes. But, their war between them caused, like, the destruction of the land. And where they fought specifically they, like, tore off from the major continent and became its own island.
Okay.
From the destruction they caused. And as a result, that island came to be known as Lodoss.
Okay.
And as far as they know, there's just a lot of stuff in Lodoss that are, you know, representative of problems, monsters, leftover holdouts from the war, things like that. It's kind of an adventurer's, like, dream kind of place.
Oh, okay.
Warps. That's how you know you're in a Metroidvania.
This even fucking sounds like Metroidvania music. So they gave you like the double jump really early in the game, didn't they?
It's not really a double jump, it's just hovering. You'll only ever go so high off the ground. Like, you can control going down and up to an extent, but it's only that high off the ground.
Oh, okay.
The true double jump isn't something you get till later on.
Oh, okay.
I do like the kind of
So
omnidirectional attacking.
From what I'm experiencing here is like it uses brighter and clearer colors.
Yeah.
Than Symphony. Like I'm getting genuine feelings of Symphony because like literally Deedlit has a fucking walk cycle behind her just like Alucard does. Or like the shadowy walk cycle that Alucard always had behind him. That's not a knife.
It's kind of neat because the whatever element that you're attuned to, be it the fire for greater attack power or the air so that you can do shit like this. If that damage type is coming towards you, you absorb it by being that particular element type and gain mana back.
Oh, okay. You use the mana for what?
Different things that you get later on. Spells, summoning spirits.
What are the two little dice in the bottom corner there?
You know, not entirely sure. I probably could have found out if I looked. I think it's about the
elements.
Their elemental resistances and things like that.
Oh, okay.
I think this is one you need the actual double jump to get to. Yeah.
So what's the not to spoil like almost a 40-year-old anime, right? What's the whole spiel with the main characters of Lodoss then? Like whomst is the wonderful lady here?
Well, I mean, there really isn't like any particulars about it.
What's currently going on here?
What, the healing? Or do you mean like in the world?
Like the thing feeding into you and it's all flashing and whatnot.
So you see the two up at the top. There's the 3 and the 3.
Yeah.
So that's building up energy based on the element. So if I attack with the wind spirit, I get red energy.
Okay.
If I attack with the flame, I get wind energy.
Okay.
And when you are at maximum on those, you gradually heal over time.
Well, yeah, that's at the bottom of it, but like...
Yeah.
But like, why is it flashing, though?
It's just flashing to indicate I'm at the maximum.
And if you get hit, you lose it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Each time you get hit, you lose more of the meter.
Now you're a real elf.
That's all it takes, huh?
Elves only get to use the bows.
And for example, using your bow uses up your mana. But you have omnidirectional on that.
God, that aiming looks so weird.
It's a little bizarre.
Well, it's like the way you're aiming, you're only moving the top part of your character model.
Yeah.
So it's like your waist is on like a swivel. How much was this game?
24. Roughly in the wrong direction, I think. Oh, yep.
So how many characters were there in the Lodoss?
6. I mean, if you want to count the main cast, there were 6 characters. And it very much so is the archetypical D&D adventuring party.
Oh, okay.
It's Deedlit, who's a high elf. That's not really a class, but we'll go with it.
Well, in original TSR Dungeons and Dragons, it was a class. Dwarf and elf were actually classes of things, not not classes anyone could be.
Ah.
So it just dawned on me. You have a God meter level die on you.
Yeah.
Except it actually gives you something rather than.
And when you absorb an element that you would be taking damage from, it just refills your mana.
Oh, okay.
So I could do something like that. I would take damage.
Oh, okay. So you're not supposed to move to the blue ones, and you're supposed to move to the orange ones.
Sans Undertale, wait.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, fuck. I fucked that up. That's the main character who's a priest. Slain. You've got Woodchuck, who's like the party rogue.
His name is
Woodchuck. Everybody calls him either Wood or Chuck.
Return to where you belong. Back in the forest with all the other elves.
See you later.
You elves belong in the forest.
And enemies have like specific resistances. Some of them are just straight up immune.
Yeah, like that one only has like one die on it, while the wolf had like 2. This one might require the double jump. Or not. Alio bidet. Bite it. Bidet.
It's a poking stick.
It's a Biden, so it's not like a Trident. It's only 2 of them.
Oh boy.
So what happens if you die?
You die?
Like you go back to a spawn point, or game over, or what?
You go back to the last goddess statue you were at.
Oh, okay.
Yep. 30. Yes, I was through here. It's looking like down over there. Ah, it's a dog.
Yeah, that one has 2 dice on it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's just showing you the elemental resistances of the enemy.
Okay. You've been here before, sir.
Yes, I have. I was looking for... Because that little opening over there is the slide. So it's got to be down to the left. And yes, you can't drown. There is actually like a...
But you have a sylph around you. Sylphs are made of air. I think the particular choice of color palette is what's like got me continuing to like be interested in it, because like for most like Metroidvania games, they choose a darker palette for things.
Yeah.
And they use a lot of like the shadows. But like here you can clearly see what platforms you can stand on. You can clearly see which way is an exit.
Gim!
So is all this a dream or a simulation?
I don't really know. I haven't gotten far enough in the actual game yet.
I would trust you to the seed as he unzips his pants. If adventure's what you seek.
I would like the Dragon Buster, please.
I would like the Dragon Buster, please. See, he didn't disappear like everyone else did.
He doesn't. It's the only two that... Oh, right.
Is he like immune to fire?
Yeah. Yeah, I can go this way. He's just standing in an empty room.
Oh, the Dragon Buster. Can I put it? Okay, bye. People always want the Dragon Buster.
Damn it.
You'd be back a little more.
Think so?
Yeah.
There you go.
A potion! So, D&D jokes, it's Christmas time. Well, it's Christmas Eve. Ryan recording this. Is, if you're ever playing D&D with a bunch of guys, you want to give a whole bunch of gifts for your players. Get them a book that they haven't read yet, the Player's Manual.
Damn, Daniel.
It's also, as a DM, you can really mess with your players, right? But not like, don't do anything like horrible to them, right? So have mimics disguised as potions. But just the one though. So like from now on, they'll be like super worried about any potion that they pick up. Because mimics aren't just like fucking chests or tables or chairs. They can be anything.
Yeah, they can be disguised as anything.
People just like choose to have them be the classical things. It's like, this mimic was a gold coin that eats all your other gold coins while it's in there. Spike breaker armor. Why would they give you that?
Because?
Like, that seems very trivial to give you so early and then just make it later, right?
It's really just teaching you that it's things that you can do while you're still in a relatively safe environment. Yep, yep. Hey-o.
So like, even here, I can clearly see, since they highlight it with like the little bits of blue there, you can clearly see what you can and can't stand on.
I am an idiot. Thank you.
You have to shoot it the other way. There you go.
Are you sure? I don't think that's red.
No, there you go. Or not?
There we go. A little bit of finessing.
So speak more about the Lodoss.
Ah.
Speak more of it.
I mean, it's really just a very serious, very straightforward D&D game. If the players weren't, like, you know, trying to yank the DM's chain every 5 seconds.
Look, we don't want your chain yanked.
It's the ideal D&D game versus the real D&D game, which is Rune Soldier Louis.
Well, that's just one player pulling the fucking chain.
No, it's multiple players. Come on. The only character in Rune Soldier Louis that was serious was Genie. Everybody else was just there fucking dicking around.
This is a boss battle. Yeah. We saw the fog door. Is this someone she's supposed to know?
Yeah. You fight a lot of the kind of iconic dragons and characters from... Ay, fucker.
Back to 3.
Oh, boy.
Well, if you have the blue thing on it, that part shouldn't hurt you, right?
Oh, fuck. Why did I jump? Alright. I can't hit you here.
Was that a spell you just had?
Yeah. That was Will of the Wisp.
Oh, okay. Whee! Was there anything particularly memorable about Lodoss War at all?
Yeah. Really just some genuine character reactions, like a memorable cast. Some of the stories I've carried with me for some time, like Story of the Grey Witch. Yep. Yep. Fucking mimic doors. No sooner than we finished the conversation about mimics.
Ah, yes, the door that screams all the time.
Look, I have made a door that screams.
But why?
But why?
It's the snake statue that allows you to breathe forever underwater.
I don't think that's what this one was. Pretty sure this is the sliding one. Yep.
Why'd they make her thighs look so fat in that little example picture?
Hmm. Good!
He was just there! You just saw him!
Yes, I'm aware he was just there. Thanks, Cody. Locked door.
Enemies respawn in caves. Right, that seems about right with what you're about to do. When you're standing down there. Not that way.
Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm fucking dumb as hell. Holy shit! Literally gained the ability to slide. Yeah.
Want to cue up the Curb Your Enthusiasm music there.
Yeah, I think that's actually where we're connected. Let's go ahead and stop there. We did a boss fight and made me look like a retard.